I just got the jitters, dude. This is the first match of Pokemon Worlds.
That's it. And we can see our two competitors up there on stage right now, ready to go. I believe that is Paul on the left and Kotaro on the right there with our judge.
So we can see, you can only imagine what's running through their minds right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Especially with Paul seeing the Auroras on the other side of the field. Like possibly seeing it on the opponent's team. I wonder what he's thinking. Seeing Lucario, honestly, and Mega Lucario is, I don't think we see it often enough. Because with its ability, adaptability, doubling the same type attack bonus, it's really, really crazy. They can hit like a truck.
Yeah, it really can. Interesting to see the Smeargle here. It does allow for some maybe potentially early mind games, and both of our players have chosen.
Wow,
so fast.
We're already jumping into this. Look at the background. Do you see the world's background? That is amazing.
I'm loving that.
You can hear faint applause in the crowd giving it up for the first match.
Yes.
The energy is starting to pick up in here, which is really cool. The energy's actually been all throughout. But we're going to see a Smeargle and Lucario lead. Oh, my goodness. And then Paul's going to go ahead and lead with his Thundurus and Garchomp.
Yeah, so this could be an interesting turn here. You know, what he's really going to want to do is maybe... he's threatening, definitely, with a potential moveset on that Smeargle here. We could see the Dark Void come into play potentially really, really early here.
Yeah, we can. We also see that Thundurus, I believe, with Prankster, so it can kind of shut down anything that Smeargle wants to do, unless who knows what the Smeargle's going to go for. Because it's a Pokemon that can learn every single move, you can't really account for what it's going to do. The field looks absolutely beautiful right now. The shades of blue are really, really well.
And there it is, exactly what you were saying there, Jonathan. We get the spiky shield from Smeargle, maybe expecting that taunt, and there it is. Smeargle does protect itself. Earthquake from Garchomp now, of course, will not affect the Smeargle or the Thundurus, but it's going to do a lot of damage here to Lucario!
Oh and it's a Focus Sash!
Oh my gosh, there it goes. The Focus Sash does get revealed here, and we will definitely see Lucario hitting back with a big Rock Tomb into Garchomp and trying to slow it down there, I think.
Yeah, I think just to reduce its speed so that it can be outsped, Smeargle's going to, we're going to see the Moody activate, and its attack is going to raise sharply, and its defense is going to drop as well. So that's that ability randomly decides to increase and decrease certain stats, which can be quite the headache for your opponent depending on what exactly happens. Sometimes when you see a speed boost that first turn, especially coupled with Rock Tomb, just trying to get... Wow, we're going to see our players jump right into it.
Oh, and here we go. It's a Follow Me from Lucario.
Wow.
That could be a big move. Thundurus going to taunt now that Lucario slot here. What are we seeing? These movesets in the Dark Void from Smeargle. Will it connect is the question. The crowd is...
oh my goodness, you can hear the crowd. And
Thundurus avoids
the attack. Thundurus avoids the... Oh my goodness.
Garchomp taking a nap, though.
Garchomp is hitting the sand hard, closing its eyes. We're going to see Smeargle once again. The Moody's going to activate. Defense is going to raise sharply, kind of counterbalance the drop, and then attack drop. So now he basically got a perfect balance right there to be at, I believe, +1/+1. Because it goes 2-1, 2-1. Because Moody lowers by one stage and increases by 2.
He planned it that way.
He did. He planned it, dude. He had to have planned the Moody. That's incredible. But that was really huge seeing that Dark Void miss. Thundurus being able to now potentially taunt because Lucario is taunted, so can't use Follow Me. But we're going to see the Smeargle get withdrawn.
Yeah, exactly. So the Smeargle's going to come off the stage here, and I believe Kotaro on the top screen there is going to drop that Aurorus on the field here. We get the Thunder Wave now from Thundurus, and it will slow that Pokemon down, potentially give it a potential paralysis 1 in 4 chance there. And here comes the Rock Tomb again now into the Thundurus. Going to be super effective against that flying typing there, and lowers its speed.
Dude, this is actually looking really, really intense. We can see the Garchomp is still going to be taking that nap. It's way too comfortable in the sand right now. Thundurus, though, getting hit by that Rock Tomb and getting its speed lower, especially with an Aurorus, a super Pokemon that can hit it for super effective damage and get the same type of attack bonus, coming onto the field is quite scary. It's definitely intimidating for Paul, I think, but it's hard to say who has the exact upper hand. One Pokemon sleeping, one Pokemon is paralyzed right now. Anything can happen in this match.
Yeah, Garchomp waking up here would be a really big turn.
Definitely.
So we get the switch into Heatran for Paul. And Lucario going Rock Tomb again now into that Heatran slot. So it's doing some... The damage really isn't there, but the effects of the slow there is going to be huge. And it does look like Garchomp's staying asleep, but no! Oh my gosh.
Aurorus gets fully paralyzed right there, which that could have been absolutely huge for Kotaro because just being able to gain momentum with Heatran coming in, you can kind of guarantee, even though Garchomp did stay asleep, I don't think Paul was ever going to click Earthquake because Heatran, I was waiting to see if it had the air balloon, but it did not have the air balloon. So Earthquake would have been crazy to go for had that Heatran not come in. But Aurora's getting fully paralyzed kind of swings the match into Paul's favor. We can see that Heatran's going to go ahead and go for a protect here as Lucario goes for a close combat, but obviously Paul called that. Garchomp wakes up and gets the Earthquake off. The Lucario will not be able to stick around. We're not sure just how much damage it's going to do to the Aurorus. The Aurorus is going to live on just barely a small amount of HP. Oh my goodness, that was a huge Protect Earthquake right there. And
the double paralysis!
Double full paralysis, really putting Kotaro in a tough spot. Gonna have to switch in one of his Pokemon right now to take place of Lucario, and it's gonna be the Smeargle.
Looks like Smeargle does come back here. Will it outspeed now after those Rock Tombs? No taunt on the field.
I believe with no taunt on the field, Kotaro is not in the worst spot because those Rock Tombs are gonna be lingered. Heatran and Garchomp have not switched out since they've been hit by them, so the speed drop is still there.
And of course, let's remind everybody these are 2 out of 3.
Yes.
So
super important to use the first match for information.
Yes.
And I think both players are doing a pretty good job of that right now, being able to confirm taunt. Kotaro was able to confirm taunt. Obviously, the Smeargle set, we're seeing a lot of it, so Paul's getting the information that he needs. And Rock Tomb now being really prevalent, being revealed. I think Paul's going to have to try to take that information to the second match and kind of switch things up a little bit.
And it turns out Garchomp has Earthquake as well. But he's going to protect here on this turn. Smeargle going with Geomancy. Whoa, Smeargle absorbing power. Paul making some gestures here.
I think that was one of the last things Paul expected.
Yes, definitely.
Oh my goodness. Geomancy is one of those moves where you just watch and your jaw drops because you know something crazy is happening.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. We're going to see Heat Wave. Aurora paralyzed for 2 turns, but does want to dodge a Heat Wave, and Smeargle's going to take that just fine. Aurorus is going to go for the Hyper Voice, but of course Garchomp did protect itself.
Yes, and an interesting move reveal there, but unfortunately the Protect on Garchomp doesn't end up picking that up, and the Aurorus does faint.
Faints from the Life Orb Recoil.
Oh my god.
That extra damage output doesn't seem like it was worth it because now we have this very powerful Smeargle on the field. The question is, what is going to be one of its last moves? Because we've seen a lot of Smeargle's moveset. We've seen Spiky Shield, we've seen Geomancy, and we've seen Dark Void. So the question is, does he have anything to take advantage of his boost, or was he hoping to baton pass those boosts off to the Salamence in the back, which no longer is an option?
Yes, potentially that was the play there. I'm not sure, but as we see Kotaro's final Pokemon here, the Salamence coming onto the field, firing off 2 Intimidates, will reduce the attack of both of these Pokemon by 1 stage. And now we get the Mega here.
We see the Mega Salamence hit the field, and Heatran is going to go for the Protect, just scout out what Kotaro wants to do here. Smeargle's going to go for the Dark Void, we'll see, and Garchomp avoids it! Garchomp avoids it.
Salamence outspeeding, going with the Hyper Voice here. Garchomp managing to hold on, and a huge Rock Slide coming out. This should do a decent amount of damage to both of these Pokemon here, but unfortunately that Intimidate really paying off.
Really comes into factor, not to mention that Smeargle's been getting Moody Boost this entire time. The accuracy did just drop, as if Dark Void was not missing enough. Smeargle needs to find a pair of glasses fast because honestly, I think a player, Smeargle using Moody, wants to see the accuracy increase to guarantee those Dark Voids, but it doesn't look like Kotaro's having that luck right now.
It's a risky game you play.
It is a risky game when you bring Smeargle. It is 100% a risky game. Oh my goodness. We're going to see Heart Swap.
There it is. We get the 4th and final move here.
And that's going to go ahead and transfer all
Hyper Voice Heatran avoids. Oh my gosh.
All of those boosts, 100% going to be able to take out that Garchomp for sure. That was incredible. So it was not a baton pass, which is brilliant by Kotaro to bring Heart Stamp instead because he knew the whole time letting that Aurora's fall was not a big deal. That is incredible. That is incredible.
That was huge, but unfortunately I think getting that accuracy drop as well. So we did see the miss there. Although Hyper Voice I don't think would have done too much to Heatran here.
No, I don't think so. But like you said, that action is going to stay. Paul kind of in a really good spot here just because he has 3 Pokemon left. Kotaro only has his Thundurus and only has his Salamence, and we're going to see the Thunder Wave go off to slow down and potentially see some more full paralyzes on Kotaro's side of the field. But Salamence is going to get Heatran. They both avoid the attack.
The double avoid there and a big Heat Wave.
Yeah, a big Heat Wave. It is resisted, so it's going to do a bit, not too much, but that miss right there, I think you're right. The accuracy drop is kind of...
It's paying off.
It's kind of just it's helping Paul out a lot. We can see both players just picking their move fast at this point.
Yes.
Salamence still outspeeding and knocking out the Thundurus with a crit. That is incredible, despite the paralysis still being able to outspeed, and Heatran's going to go ahead and fire off another Heat Wave, bringing it down. It looks like one more might knock it out.
Yeah, we should.
Just might live.
We should definitely see the Salamence fall here in a second. But Mawile comes onto the field, and yes, that might be the last Pokemon that Kotaro wanted to see here.
Yeah, that's. I don't think that was anything he wanted to see hit the field. Does anyone ever want to see a Mawile?
Probably not.
Come onto the field. Honestly, it's a crazy. It has the huge power ability, being able to bring its attack stat sky high, and of course, fairy typing. Exactly what scares Salamence. A lot of people call Mawile the Dragon Slayer for this very reason. We're going to see Mawile go for the Sucker Punch, not taking any risks, and that looks like it's going to be enough to knock out the Salamence, bringing Game 1 to Paul. So well played by both trainers. But like we said, this is 2 out of 3, and that is only Game 1.
Yeah.
It was a huge amount of information displaced in that game.
No, we did learn a lot about both teams, but what I took away from that mostly was how